Hi all, Nova here. Marauders Early Access just launched today at 11:30 a.m. CST, and with it I thought that a best settings guide would be in order, so that for all of y'all who need help with their settings, hopefully this will help you out, get better frame rates, you'll be able to see stuff better, it'll get rid of motion blur, stuff like that. So first of all, I always go borderless window mode. It's great, it allows you to alt-tab, stuff like that. I guess with this game you don't really need to alt-tab much just because it doesn't take long to find a match. It's not like Tarkov where it's a 6-minute loading screen, just right into the game. Haven't had any issues with that. Next, resolution scale, you can just leave that as is. Frame rate limitation, this was like on 90 I think when I got to it. I would definitely turn that up to 144 if your computer can handle it. I don't know why you would ever want to be on a lower frame rate than you can get. I turned vertical sync off. Motion blur was on normal, definitely turn that off. That's like one of the worst settings in games. I don't know why you would ever want that. Next, I changed all of these these were all on high. I changed these to medium and those to low. Post-process quality, that's sort of like the textures. I left it high. You can change it lower. It sort of depends on your computer. These are just what works best for me, but really it depends on your personal preferences. I'm not sure with shadows yet. I'm not sure if this is a game where you want them high or low, so you can see people better. I generally think medium is a nice in-between setting. Audio, I just left them at 100, it's pretty self-explanatory. Gameplay, there's nothing there yet. Then for controls, the mouse sensitivity and ADS sensitivity is ridiculously high when you get into this game. I don't have that high of DPI, I run at 800 DPI for my mouse, and then I turn both of these down to 5. And this is completely dependent on the size of your mouse pad and your mouse, so don't copy those settings directly. Basically the rule of thumb is in a first-person shooter game, you want to have a 360-degree rotation so you can turn around and shoot people. So if your mouse is starting in the center of your mouse pad and you move it to one side of your mouse pad, then that should give you 180 degrees of rotation. So basically, if you move it starting in the center and move it to the side, then you should be left like aimed directly behind you. Now generally you're going to want a little bit more rotation than that, because if you're on the very edge of your mouse pad, you're not going to be able to track the person very well. But anyways, the idea is that you want that amount of rotation, so depending on how big your mouse pad is and your mouse, you can come up with those settings for yourself. But that is the general rule of thumb, just so that you can turn around and choose someone. But you want to be able to turn around with the most accuracy possible, which means having the lowest mouse sensitivity and DPI combination while still being able to have a 360-degree turn angle. So there were just a couple other things. I turned crouch type to toggle from hold. That's sort of a personal preference, it doesn't really matter, it's just whatever you want. And then for key bindings, honestly, most of these are pretty good. The only thing I can think that I changed directly was that crouch was on control and I changed it to C. Everything else seems pretty good. Tab is a great inventory. Basically everything else is great, so I wouldn't change anything there. So anyways, that should be about it. The settings in this game aren't that in-depth yet or anything. It's pretty simple, but if you need a guide to follow and you just wanted it to be simple, I hope this makes it nice and easy for you. Best of luck in your raids. I hope you're doing great. I haven't had the chance to get into that many today, but I got myself some Uzis. Hopefully they're as strong as they were in the beta, and we'll be going in later on. So I'll catch y'all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.